All right, so today we are installing the full tilting windshield on the Wolverine. Your windshield will come to you like this, packaged up, plastic bag with all your instructions and such in there. When you get your windshield, the thing I recommend to you to do first is set it up on your vehicle, make sure you like everything before you go about installing it. You know, if there's any problems, returnable with the protective coating on it, non-returnable without the protective coating. So leave the protective coating on until you know everything is good. I know everything's good on this, so I don't need to worry about that. And I'm going to peel this protective plastic back just about a couple inches. And just a couple inches like that. And I really just worry about the back to begin with, because that's the one that's gonna mess with me to begin with. So what I'm going to do is just kind of set the windshield up into there like that. Just real careful, but I'm going to tell you not to walk away from this, because this puppy will slide off of there. So I'm going to just kind of hold it in place with my one hand while I grab my toes. Now, if I were leaving this windshield on this vehicle, I would move this mirror needs to move up about 2 inches. It's in a horrible spot. Since this is not the windshield that we're going to be leaving on this customer's bike, I am not going to move that mirror. So I'm just going to work around it. Which can be also a good example for you if you're like, I like my mirror exactly where the freak it is. Sometimes a little harder to get the bolts in. Going to be real honest right there. You got to push down a little bit harder, push the bolt down, and kind of twist the bracket around a little bit with your hand so you can get it in place. Now, once we put that bracket in, I am not securing that bracket tight. I am just putting it on really, really loose here. A couple threads in. Again, due to that mirror, it's going to be a little bit of a challenge. Everything just nice and loose so that it's, and there's the very reason why you want to keep it loose. You see that windshield was a little off-centered right there. So since those are loose over there, I could just grab that windshield, pull it a little bit in this direction. Perfecto. You know, I'm just thinking on the mirrors here, a quick little note is that if you have kind of the big chunky mirrors, the bonus to our windshield is that you can just make a little notch out in your windshield. You can use a jigsaw or a router and make you a little notch if you happen to have those big chunky brackets, because windshields don't actually sit unless you have a windshield that gaps off of the roll bar, and I've never actually quite made sense of why that's a good idea, so we don't do that. But it just seems like an area where wind and all that would blow around. So now that we've got our 4 clamps on, what we're going to do is we're going to move over to here. We're going to push this windshield down nice and snug to the body, like that. And we're going to tighten that guy up tight. Didn't mention this before, but Phillips screwdriver, 7/16 inch wrench, the 2 tools you'll need, the only thing you'll need to install this. So, secure that one down. We don't want to secure that other top one. We want to come back, we want to come over to this side, and we want to do the exact same thing. Push that down. Make sure it's nice and tight to the body. Then we're going to tighten this guy down nice and tight. And then now we can go and do this one. Get the clamp all nice and centered up properly. Put that on there. The same thing over here. Tighten this guy up now. And basically we're installed on that part. Now there is a center support bracket that goes across here. A couple quick little things. You'll notice this windshield is up pretty close to this roof right here. There's a little bit of a roof overhang. You may get a little bit of water inside of here. Just due to the way that this Wolverine roof is made, it's very hard not to do that. However, for the rest of the time when it's not raining, I actually believe this little gap circulation right here is huge on a full tilting windshield, and especially when you get into a dusty area, because it actually gives you some ventilation over the top. And unless you're completely enclosed on your vehicle, you're gonna get wet. So a little bit of water, if you do get a little bit of water, just being honest and straight up about what it is, I really I think that the air circulation is far more important most of the time than a little bit of water draining when you get in a rainstorm. So just my 2 cents, things to look at, things to know about the windshields you're buying. We're going to install this center support bracket. So to install the center support bracket, you're going to be given a smaller clamp. This clamp, the flat piece is going to go down. The 90-degree angle is going to go up. We're going to slip it over the top of this crossbar. Our hole is slightly offset from center, so to make sure that you can put it on with the different connectors for the roofs. And we're just going to secure this guy on here, kind of loose to begin with. Right here. And he is going to spin. And you notice as I went to do that it pushed my windshield out a little bit. That's exactly what its objective is. And when you go to put your center support bracket on, when you go to tilt your windshield in the up position, you're going to be riding in the up position. What you want to do is put your center support bracket on first. And then basically what we're going to do with this is you can do it from outside, you can do it from inside. We're going to take our bolt, put it through that right there. Let's secure our wing nut, lock washer, all that right there. That's going to make our windshield just solid when it's going down the road. Our new hinge system is bad, beautiful, black, and really strong. So that's also going to make it really strong going down the road. But so once we put our center support bracket in, you're given 4 Velcro straps. Velcro straps go on, smooth side facing you, clip to the front. Smooth side facing you, clip to the front. Remember that. Slide it in here, slide it around there. And what you can do is to tension, what have you, just pull that nice and snug right there. We're going to go around, put these on just like that all the way around. Should have peeled that protective coating off of the front, but that's okay. This way you can see the windshield easier, I guess. So I forgot to peel that off, but irrelevant. some of the awesome properties of Lexan is, if you can see right here, it flexes. It doesn't weaken this windshield as it flexes over this guy. It doesn't do anything to hurt it. There's a little air gap there. It's basically zero issues that you will have with this. Now, as you see this is a very solid, going down the road windshield. Push on that. Set. Now, dusty, hot, you're gonna travel home. Remove the Velcro straps. You go grab me 4 bumpers. Remove your center support. Nope, what am I doing? Remove your center support bracket. You can take off the center support bracket up there if you like. A lot of people just leave it kind of just hanging because it's just there. Whichever you choose. Now to travel, to tilt this in the down position. Now again, this particular windshield that I'm putting on here is not the last, the windshield we'll be leaving on this customer's bike. So these I am not going to actually be placing on here. I'm going to show you where to put them though. This is going to sit right here on that flat piece. And what that's going to do is protect this windshield. I'm going to give you 4 of them. You're going to really use 2 of them. If you want somewhere else for the 2 to go, you can decide. You can keep them if anything were to happen. But I have had these on mine for 5+ years. Washed it. I've got over 5,000 miles on my UTV. I use it and I've never replaced them. You can keep these 2 if you see somewhere else where they really go, but that is where it's going to touch the body when we secure it down. We want to make sure we keep this tight. I mean, you could put these on the outer edge as well, because if there was anywhere else it's going to potentially hit, but it's really not going to. But you could put them there. It's really not going to flex down that far. But I'm just saying that is an option if you want to keep them, or just keep them for later in case you happen to get a little too carried away with the power washer and you blow them off somehow. But then I've used my power washer on them and again, never replaced them. Again, just like we put the windshield up, smooth side facing us, clip to the front. And wrap that around the roll bar. Smooth side facing us, clip to the front. Now what we're basically doing here, and you can slide these down, they'll sometimes, you can sit them up high like that, which is fine. If you want to take a second, you can slide and tuck that down in there just like that. Just pinch the back of it. It cinches the clamp down a little further if you so desire. It will not make a difference on this. So just however you want to use it. So what we're going to do here is we're going to pull these 2 together. So I'm going to start with this guy and I'm going to pull him as hard as I possibly can, and I'm going to wrap him around there. And then I'm going to take that guy and wrap it just like that. Now what I've done here is that I've got it double Velcroed. This strap is wrapped around this strap is wrapped around this strap, making it very, very secure when we're going down the freeway. When we're riding down the trail, tearing it up in whatever you're tearing it up on. Won't move, bounce around, keeps it safe. Again, smooth side facing you, clip to the front, slide this puppy in. If you want to feed it down through like that. Smooth side in. Again, take the windshield strap, pull it as tight as you possibly can, wrap it around, hook it on that guy. And then take this guy, Velcro it onto there. We now have a windshield that will not be moving when you're going down the freeway or as you're riding around. So major advantages to our windshield is this. Let me just peel this off so you can see how pretty it is. The main thing from this point is It's maintenance. Whether you have a MAR resistant, non-MAR resistant windshield, the most important thing you can do, and one of the reasons why I love the full tilting windshield, is because it's the easiest to clean and maintain. If you get your windshield dirty when you're out playing around, if it gets dirty on the inside, simply just loosen it down, drop your windshield. Rinse it off with some water, dry it off with a clean microfiber cloth. Those are the best cloths. You can use just a regular cloth. Never, ever, ever use Windex. Never, ever, ever use paper towels. It's the worst product. If you read on them, it says not to use it on these particular products, and if you read this particular product, it will say not to use Windex. So they both know that they don't work well together. So don't use that. Use clean water. Is really a simple, easy thing. We also have this great product called Novus One that can be used on your windshield after to reduce static electricity. So basically that's how the system works. Rinse it off with water, dry it. When you it starts to rain, we just simply pop these off. I mean, I've been caught in a couple of rainstorms where this is my 2-second click up my windshield and buzz. Stay dry. We'll worry about the center support bracket later, but there's just there's a quick, easy way if you're out and about. It's how quick and easy our windshields can be put up. To be real, if I'm gonna actually be riding around that way that day, obviously I'm gonna pull my straps and do exactly what I was telling you. Smooth side facing you, clip to the top, pull them through. Put your center support bracket in first. We really appreciate your business. If you have any questions after watching this, please feel free to give us a call. And thanks. Have a great day.